Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for registering for this fun CapCut training. So I do these types of trainings for our Plandipity Doers group all the time. And I started offering these free once a month ones so you can kind of get a taste of what it's like to be a member of the Plandipity Doers, what my training style is, how it might benefit you and your business. And for today's purposes, so that you can put out some better videos on your social media marketing. Now, if you are a member of the Plandipity Doers already, this video will be inside, the replay will be available inside of our community, and I would love your comments and feedback on the training and what else you might want to know. If you are not a Plandipity Doers member yet, I highly recommend you join because, like I said, I do these types of trainings all the time. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, CapCut is, if you haven't heard of it, is a pretty popular, simple, user-friendly video editing software. And they have 3 ways that you can utilize the software. So I pre-recorded I pre-recorded all of the training last night so that it wouldn't glitch out on me and you guys would be able to see the whole thing without it taking an hour to get through one piece. I'm not saying it's always glitchy, but for some reason, when I'm on Zoom and I'm trying to do the training, CapCut does not like that, so it is pre-recorded. I'm going to first show you like the look and feel that is different between the 3 different versions. So first, let me just share my screen and I will show you, get here, shrink that down. Oh, and I'm not prepared because it was doing an update. So this is the software that you can download, and then you can log into your account so you can kind of go back and forth for your projects. But this is the software on your computer, and it's laid out very similar to how you might see it for other editing softwares. So if you've used other like iMovie or something, this may feel like a good way. And this version has some features that the online version doesn't have, a few more extras, so to speak, especially if you have a pro account. Now, the cool thing about CapCut is a lot of their really popular features are free. So, that makes it super desirable for us small business owners trying to survive on a budget. So now I'm going to show you what it looks like on your phone. Hold 1 second, please. I gotta get to that. I just want you to see these and share. Okay, so when you open up CapCut, it will look something like this on your phone. So if you go back and forth between devices, you may find it super helpful to know the difference between the 2. And I will say that I find the templates and stuff available in the phone version to be a little bit better. So you can find different things by looking through the menu on the top screen here. They've got this, oops, let me go backwards. They've always got like new things coming out. So there's just, you can kind of get lost in this. It's almost as bad as social media, but you can pick through here, and the editing tools are very similar to what you're going to find on the actual computer desktop online version that I'm going to show you because that's what I did all of the videos in. Okay, so that is the phone. There's obviously a big difference between the desktop version and the phone version, but if I were to pick this, just so you can see.
I spent the weekend glamping.
Hold on 1 second. All right, and I will do that just so we can kind of go. Oh, I picked an AI topic. Sorry, I'm so sorry, because let's do one that's just a little less involved so you can kind of get a difference between the 2. So let's say that I picked this one. And I'm just going to add this here. Okay, that's kind of what the editing looks like on here. If you were editing your own video, I'll show you that. We'll go to new project. I just want you to see the difference so you can kind of make a choice for yourself. So we go back to the beginning. I hit edit to go back to the main. if I hit new project and I come here and I'm just going to add this, there's all the editing tools that are available to you. If you choose a template, you're kind of limited on what you can edit and what you can't. But on the phone has just almost as many editing options as the desktop version does. So don't think you're limited if you're going to do it on your phone. But now let's go ahead and jump into what it looks like to edit. So first things first, I'm going to kind of give you an overview of what we're going to cover in the next 40 minutes or so. And because these are pre-recorded, I will stop in between the videos, but please hold your questions until that time, just so that I don't have to stop the video and then restart it and run the risk of tech issues, right? So here's what we're going to cover today. I'm going to show you how to remove unwanted parts of your video, how to transcribe and add captions, so that would be closed captions, how to enhance the audio, and even potentially do a little bit of beauty enhancements. So that's fun. And then we'll go into auto framing, which is a really cool trick. If you've recorded a video and the subject is moving through the frame and now it was on landscape, but you want it to be a reel and you don't want to lose the subject in your video when cropping, this is really cool. I'm going to show you how to reverse a video, which is a super popular trend right now. Simple transitions, which is probably my favorite. And then the whole reason I got involved with CapCut and found it is the fun memes that help boost entertainment value for your social media. So let's jump right into, I'm going to stop this and we're going to do the first 4 in one video. So this first video is about 10 minutes long. Stick with it, I promise. I will leave time for questions. Maybe if I can get to them. Hold please. Oh, where did I go? Okay, guys, here we go. I'm gonna open this. And then I'm going to find myself again. What did I do with me? There I am. Okay, here we go with the first video. Okay, in this first video, I am going to show you the first 4 things, editing tools that I use most often. The last one I actually don't use that often, but I have a couple clients who ask, so we do. So first things first is we've got this video and it's in landscape. And I'm gonna go ahead and hit play.
Hey there, small business owner. Are you on your device?
The first thing we want to do is find parts that we don't like. So we're going to come in here, we're going to hit play.
Uploading pictures and videos all the time to social media, trying to figure out how to do the things so you can grow your business. Do you ask yourself all the time what the heck you're doing? Or are you not doing it at all and you could use a little bit of accountability so that you can start showing up for your business? Because let's be honest.
Okay, here it is.
If you're not active on social media.
Let's get rid of this part. I don't say let's be honest, so I don't know why I said that, but let's get rid of it.
Let's be honest.
So I'm gonna drag this bar around here.
So that you can start showing up for your business.
then it will ask you which one you want to transcribe. So we're going to hit transcribe. And it just takes it a second. There. Now it's got all of these different, or not all of these, it's got basically the video transcribed for you. And at the very top, you'll see this little star thing. And this is a free feature in CapCut. You do not have to have Pro to do this. So if you click on this, it says 0 filler words found. So that's the and the, the filler words that we use. If there was some in here, it would let you literally remove them from the video, like clip them out for you. And then it says you can reduce speech gaps. So if I like pause for too long, it will remove them for me. So I'm going to hit remove. And they were at the beginning and the end, so I don't know that I actually wanted to do that, but let's see.
You're a small business owner. Are you on your device?
I think I didn't
uploading
want
pictures
to
and
do that
videos
because
all
I
the
really
time?
wanted the whole like showing up in the video part. So I'm gonna hit undo, but you could do that and remove pieces. You can actually also come in here, and you can change the gap duration. So like maybe you want it to be more than 1.5 seconds. Okay, it'll do that for you. I'm gonna hit undo though, because I really want, oops, redo. I went too far. Hold on, let's see if that fixed it.
Hey there, small business owner.
Yeah,
Are you on your,
let's see. I think that fixed it.
hey there, small
There we
business
go.
owner.
Yep. Okay, so
Are you
that's
on your
fixed. So, but
device?
that's another way that you can remove unwanted parts. So if you have long stretches with no talking, or if you have filler words, you can do that in here. And I suggest doing that before you add captions, which is what I'm going to show you next. This is one of the reasons why I started using CapCut in the first place. So on the left-hand side, you click on captions. And I always just do the auto caption. So we'll just click on that and hit generate. And again, it's going to take it a couple minutes to, not minutes, generally seconds. All right, captions have been created. And on the left-hand side, you can review them, right? So you can scroll down. It often spells the Plandippity Doers, see Plandippity Doers community, all wrong. So I will go through and fix those. Plandippity Doers. There we go. Let's see if there's any more. We'll scroll through here. Make these capital. Most of the time it's all lowercase and I leave it that way, but for the doer piece of it. I'm going to capitalize them. I want to get rid of that part. Didn't see that before. Now, if you want to get rid of something when you have already done your captions, it does create a problem, meaning you have to move all of these captions here. So I'm not going to do it right now, but I might come back and do it later. I always try to make sure I remove all of the pieces that I don't want in the video before I do captions, because it just gets to be time consuming otherwise. All right, let's see. Make this one. Okay, so then here's the really fun part. All right, there we go. And then change this one. I could also, if let's say I had transcribed and removed the ums from my video, but the caption still caught it, you can remove it from here as well. Generally, if I transcribe first and then do my captions, if I've removed them, it does a pretty good job. It's not bad. Okay, so now we've got our captions edited, and I'm going to come over here to presets. Now, remember, you have to be on this line with one of these caption bubbles highlighted with the blue, okay? Go to presets. Now, all of these styles are free, and you can go to templates. Now, you'll see under templates, most of them, if not all of them, are pro, okay? That means you have to have the paid version to use these. But these style ones are better than what you see in many places. So I'm gonna come to templates and I'm gonna click this first one
Better
here
leverage
because it's
social
on
media
brand.
marketing.
And then I'm going to drag this up here just a little bit. And then come back to where I'm in the frame a little differently, just to make sure it looks the way I want it to. If I was creating a reel, I would make sure that this, because it doesn't show it for you, you have to kind of eyeball it, but make sure that your captions are not in the safe zone. So when you upload it to Instagram or TikTok, your words are not cut off, okay? But you'll see, if I do this.
And cut through the bullshit. Don't have to struggle with social media.
Okay,
So
if you see that, so just clicking on the one, it edited all of them for me. Same thing with I moved it. You'll see it's in the same spot if I go down here. Okay, so that is caption. So we have now removed some unwanted parts. We have transcribed our video if we want to use that for anything. And we have created captions just in a matter of like less than 10 minutes. Now I'm going to show you another thing. We're going to come back down to the video, highlight that so we can edit here. And we are going to come on the right-hand side of the menu and go to audio. And under audio is a couple basic things. So you can change the volume of your video. You can fade it in, you can fade it out. And then this one I use all the time. This video, I used my microphone, so you're not going to see a huge difference, but you can hit noise reduce.
Your business to better
go. Let's see if we do it without.
Marketing. And you are ready to finally commit to doing that.
Okay, now we're gonna hit with. Give it a second.
Then you're a doer.
See how it's
On
just
it.
a little better? If you have like an echoey room or it's really quiet, this voice editor really works pretty well. Now, one thing I will share with you is if you were to do that in the CapCut desktop software, it actually even has more features that you can use. So that's really cool. Okay, so then the last thing we're going to do on this video is some beauty enhancements. Now, I will tell you, this is not something I use very often, and I highly recommend that you be very selective. I'm going to find a frame where there we go, where my face is showing. So we're going to go to Smart Tools. And we're going to go to retouch. And in here, you can smooth your skin. You can get rid of smile lines if you're up close. You can brighten it if you want to. In here, there's also makeup, but the good makeups are pro, I'm just going to say. So if I click this one, it's not too bad, right? Like that looks almost like what I would do. I don't have any makeup on in this video, so that's not bad. Or you could try this one that's free, and that's a little scary. Worse, maybe you like it. That's not me. I'm gonna hit no, none. But you can hit, go back to this one, and then when I do this,
if having weekly
just kind of helps a little bit there. The other thing you can do is you can actually do some reshaping if you want to. So you can slim, this one's your face. You could play with that a little bit, see? If you wanted to. You can also do your body. I don't think this works quite as well, but if I were to back this up a little bit, where you can see most of my body. Okay, right there maybe. All right, I can slim. I don't think it works as well as one might hope, but bring your waist in. I feel like in some videos it does better than others, but I'm gonna just reset that because I'm not gonna worry about that. Okay, so now
videos all the time in social media, trying to figure out how to
clean up
do
my
the
face
things
a little
so you
bit,
can
all
grow
the
your
things
business.
here, right? So then I'm gonna go back to basics. And just because, we should definitely talk a little bit, you can actually do color adjustments as well. This wasn't on the agenda or the list because it's one of those basic things you probably know already, but I can brighten the entire video if I want to. All right, and sometimes it gets a little glitchy, guys. And sometimes it takes it a minute. See how bright that went? We don't need that. We don't need that, but maybe right there. You could bump up your contrast if that makes you feel good. Just give it a second. Normally you get like a little spinny, I'm working, give me a minute, but it's not doing that right now for some reason. Oops, sorry. Okay. Hold on. I've made it angry. Click back on the video and then go to basic. There we go. So then you can play with the highlights and the brightness and whatever makes the most sense for you. In the color correction, they have an AI color correction. Again, pro thing. Guys, I don't have a referral link. I'm not making any money off of this. I just find it so easy to edit my videos this way and want to share it. So I don't care if you upgrade to pro or not, but if you are doing a lot of videos for social media, it might be worth it. Just saying. Okay, so see how this is spinning? It's trying to do the AI color correction. So we can see how well. Okay, in this first video, I am going to show you. All right, so sorry, turn my video off so I wouldn't be distracting, and I forgot to turn it back on. Okay, so that's the first video. Let's go into our next one right now, and we will do the auto framing one, which is really kind of cool. So I'm going to go ahead and show this video. If you have questions or comments, you can put them in the chat and I will definitely address them. And again, just wait until the end of the video to jump in if you have any. This next thing that I want to show you is a little temperamental, but when it works, it's super cool. So basically, you have this video that you recorded in landscape mode and you want it in portrait mode so it'll work for a reel. So what you do is make sure you have your video uploaded and highlighted. I'm going to bring it over to where I'm in frame here. There we go. I'm going to click on auto reframe. So to get there, you're going to go to your menu on the right-hand side and hit Smart Tools. This is a free tool. So you're going to hit auto reframe. Go back to the beginning anyway. We're going to drag this marker over to where I'm in frame. And I'm going to drag this up. Let it readjust. Okay, it's got me now. So see how it's got that? Then we're going to hit this custom and we're going to make it a TikTok size 9:16. And we're going to hit apply and we're going to see if this works. Fingers crossed. Sorry, guys, I got a little quiet because I sped it up for you. It took like 2 minutes. We're going to change this here to the 9:16. And it's got us framed in here. Then if we go back to the beginning, see how it moves? Watch, it's still kind of trying to load, but.
Hey there, small business owner. I know you're probably doing your social media marketing yourself too. So you find yourself on this device more than you find yourself doing what you love doing. Or
see how the frame is moving with me?
And you're just not doing your social media marketing and you're thinking, I wish there was a place I could go to.
It follows the subject
to figure out.
So what it does is it follows the subject it selected in the video so that you always stay in frame. Now, if you notice at the beginning, it's not perfect, but it does a pretty good job. Watch.
Hey there, small business owner.
See, I kind of went out of frame there.
Media marketing yourself too. See,
but throughout the rest of the video, it doesn't. I'm walking back and forth. If you watch the background, it's changing, but I'm always in frame. And if you try to just crop a regular landscape video, that would not happen. So this is a pretty cool way for you to repurpose videos and get the most out of your time. All right, guys, that was the auto reframing, super cool tool. So now let's do the reversing. So this is pretty popular right now. I think you'll find it a really fun editing option. So here we go. Do a lot of things with this effect I'm going to show you, but before I show it to you, do a little bonus one, and I'm going to remove the audio. So I'm just going to right click so I get this menu, and I'm going to hit separate audio, and then I'm just going to delete this because it's, oh, hold on, not the whole thing. It did that because both of these are highlighted. So just let me click on this. So now just the audio is highlighted. There it goes. Okay, so that was distracting and I didn't want to have it in there. So now we'll go back to the beginning. And this is super simple. If you'll see, I've just recorded a video. I'm holding the paper. And then I'm going to crumple it all up and throw it away like that. Okay, so now I'm sure you've probably seen a reel or two like that. Highlight the video again so you get all of the options. And right here is a reverse. So if I click on reverse and we wait for it to load, it doesn't normally take too long. Must be busy tonight. Okay, so now it's reversed it. So if I hit play, oh, give it a second. I'm going to trim this a little bit just by sliding this over ever so slightly. Hit play. Right there. Okay, hold on. Let's go trim, 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 trim. And then, all right, so now we're back at the beginning. Play. So now it looks like the piece of paper came jumping into my hands and it's perfect. And I show it to the camera. There you go. And that is how you do that fun reversing effect. It works pretty well with a lot of different things. You could drop a basket and then make it look like it's jumping up into your hands. There's a lot of fun ways you can use this effect. All right, so that was our third one. Now I'm going to show you our fourth one, which is probably my favorite. It's how to do simple transitions. Again, I pre-recorded these videos, so if you have questions, just pop them into the chat, and in between videos, I will make sure to answer them. So here we go. Maybe I should start sharing first. Hold on one second. All right, here we go. This is one of my favorite types of reels. My favorite to watch, my favorite to create, my favorite to plan out. I love transitions, love them. They're eye-catching visuals. They draw people's attention. They make people watch it over and over and over again. So I love me some transitions, and they are not as hard as you think. So this morning, funny story, my husband took my Jeep instead of his because we're having some car issues and we're just trying to limit the amount of time we drive. And I had a client that was really close that I was going to film for, so it just made sense. So I got dressed and got ready to go. And then I was inspired to create this video. So we're going to do it together. You ready? We have the first clip, which is me in my pink dress. And we have the second clip, which I am going to add on. Oops, and I may have done those backwards. So I just click, grab, and hold, and then drag it to the front, guys, if it's in the wrong order. Okay, so now it's in the front. So I am also going to, for the sake of your ears, separate out the audio on both of these and delete it because we don't need it. And then you won't be distracted by anything happening there. So we have two videos. And I filmed this one and went, oh, shoot, guess what? I'm wearing a dress in a car with no doors. That's not going to work. And then I filmed this one where I had changed. I remembered where I was and my snap, and there we are. So now we have two videos. You will notice if I go back here that I came here and oops, not far enough back. So right here. I walked into the frame and then I snapped. And then I did my best. I didn't do perfect, but I did my best to remember that. So when I come into frame again, I try to put my foot up, not far enough, and I snap, right? And then there we go. So now the trick is to line these up. So we're going to start with the first one and we're going to see how it's highlighted in blue. Oops. Hey, you stop playing, please. And thank you. Okay, so highlight in blue, this is the first one, and I'm gonna drag that so that it is lined up with the snap. Let's see. Drag here, right about, see, snap, I've covered my mouth and snap. The lighting is terrible and the photographer me is crying, but it's okay. So this is where I need this to be. So I'm gonna come over here to the end and come on, I don't want to transition, and I'm going to drag it to right about there. Okay, Now I need to line that up with my snap in the second video. So I'm going to bring this, first of all, I know there's quite a bit that's got to go. So we're going to drag it over, drag it over, drag it over right about here somewhere. Okay. So let's watch and see how close we got. Snap, snap. Oh, I'm pretty close. Okay. So let's go a little bit more. And then we're going to come back over here. Snap. Oh, not too bad, actually. Hold on. Let's watch that again. Snap. Oh, look at that. That was pretty good. I'm not normally quite on there that was pretty good. I'm not normally quite on there that close. So here we go. We'll pause this. And I'm going to zoom in a little so you can see this. Okay. So we'll watch the lineup here. We're on the first video. Snap. And it's not perfect, guys, but one more time. Ready? Snap. See how that was? Do you see that? Snap. I think this needs to go just a hair. So let's pause. And we're just going to bring this a hair down. Let's see. Okay, I like it. I think I want to see if I can come here. We're going to go to fit. All right, let's see what that looks like when it's not zoomed in. Oop, it might be a little too. Yep, I went too far. So you just basically you're playing with this line right here until you get them to line up the way you want. That's it right there, ladies. And I don't need anything past me getting into the car. So the rest of this video is kind of silly, but I obviously didn't have my camera on me. So I get in and pause. Probably right about there, split and delete. There we go. Let's see the whole thing. Oops, changed and we're out. There you go. That is how you do a simple transition. Okay, so a couple tips on the transition. Obviously, this video is all about editing, so I didn't go a lot into how to actually set yourself up. But one thing I will say is tripods are super helpful. And if you are going to, if you know you're filming it, one thing that is super helpful in Instagram, they have a tool, it's called Align. And so you might need help depending on the video, but you can actually see like a transparent version of where you were when you ended the last video. So if you're going to change, you can line yourself back up a little bit better if you don't have that great of a memory. Or you do a transition or a movement that covers the camera, and then that kind of eliminates the whole problem, right? So if you take your phone and you go whoop and you bring it up and then you bring it back down and then you go change and you start with it up and then back down, you can kind of trim your video there. The trick with transitions is having some sort of movement that catches the eye or covers the camera so that you can line it up and make it look seamless. So that's transitions. Okay, I have two more. The next one is the memes. So memes are the reason I started using CapCut. It's how I found CapCut. Actually, funny story. I don't think I share it in the video, so I'll share it now. And if I do, I'm sorry. But I was doing a Reels challenge, which I do once a quarter for everybody. And one of the questions I got was, how do I do this video? And they had a very specific worried dog video that was very popular at the time. And I hadn't played with CapCut yet. And so I was like, oh, you just remove the background. And I like find a video and I'm like spending hours trying to like remove the background and then do a video to show her how to remove the background. And then somehow I stumbled across an app that was already on my phone, people. It's already on my phone. And I opened up CapCut to edit the video I was working on and realized that the dog video was like, it was already there as a template. What? No. Okay. So don't make my mistake. Let me show you how to do these reels. So I'm going to share my screen again. Here we go. And oops, I'll get rid of this one. bring this up a little bit. Okay, so this is memes. Super easy, super fun. Okay, last but not least, the reason I found CapCut, the reason I keep coming back to CapCut is memes. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. These are fun, attention grabbing things people like watching. So if you come on the main screen, you'll see all these different templates, right? And some of these are awesome. You got business reels and webinars and so many really cool things, but we're going to scroll all the way over, right? All the way over. And you've got TikTok where you'll find some memes, fandom where you'll find some memes, but we're going to go to straight to memes here. Okay. And they've got all these different ones, some of which you might have seen. Let's click on this one.
What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
Okay, and this green screen indicates you can add a picture
What do
or
you
a
want?
video there. If you scroll down, if you like that one, but you're like, that's not quite right, there's similar ones to it. And then you can keep going. There's no specific rhyme or reason. Every now and then new ones come up. This one is, I've never heard of it. Okay, I don't think that's for me, but it's funny. Okay, that's good. Anyway, so you see what I'm saying, right? So you've probably seen some of these. Here's one that you've seen, and you're like, hey, how do I do that? I've seen this one a bunch of times. Okay, so you see all these fun ones, right? So you just pick one and you choose like this one here.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
You just hit use template and you're good to go. Now I've got one picked out already, so we're gonna click over to here. I will let you watch the meme itself.
It's an absolute honor to be here today in full fucking glam at 8 a.m. on a Thursday morning.
Okay, so we've got this fun meme and it made me think of my favorite networking group. So I've been a part of this group for so long and I help them with their social media. So I created a background for this and I've already uploaded it. So I'm gonna click it in. Here we go. You can do that. Let me undo this for a second, or you can hit batch replace. This works amazingly well if you have more than one clip. But I've already got it loaded in here. So I'm just going to take it from here. I could click on it or I can drag it in, whatever makes sense. It's so user-friendly. And then that's my background. And then I just click on this
It's an
and check it.
honor to be here today in full fucking glam at 8 a.m. on a Thursday morning.
There you go. Ta-da! Okay, so this is gonna work great for my group and literally you just download it. There's a bunch of other templates, like, so if we went back to here and went to like TikTok, you can see they've got like photo ones, photo dumps. When you click on these, it tells you how many clicks you need, okay? Tells you how long it is and how many it is. Sorry, I know that was really loud. So when you click into it, you can see how many clips, that would be video and photos that you need for it to work and how many times it's been used and how long it is. Now, I have been known to use a portion of it and then upload the video and shorten it so that I don't have to use the whole thing. So it's totally usable, but there's all sorts of fun ones that are happening. And if you see something trending, chances are it came from CapCut. Okay. Okay, so that is fun memes. So easy, so user-friendly. You literally just follow the instructions and you can create one of those memes in like seconds. You can take B-roll from your phone or a photo or even a graphic, whatever makes sense. I made a graphic for the one that I used in that example. But yeah, you can add it to almost anything. They're not perfect. And if you like super pretty polished, the memes probably are not going to work for you. Sometimes I have a really hard time using them because you can't move around where like the people, like let's say you have people talking or whatever, you can't change where they're at. Like that's not something you can edit. So that drives me crazy sometimes. And so it may not be for you, but if you're like, we're not going to over worry about it. It's just going to be entertaining for my audience and they'll relate to it. So it's relevant and I'm just going to go with it. These things perform really well. I have a few clients that I do social media marketing for that utilize them and they're almost always the ones that perform the best. So definitely something to consider if you're looking for a boost and want to get more eyeballs and some more interaction. So, all right, last but not least, I did a bonus one for you guys because I think as small business owners, it can be super beneficial if you do a webinar like this, or maybe you record a podcast on Zoom. I know a couple people do that, and there's clips that would be really great for like promoting that podcast, or you want to make it into a story to promote an event or whatever. In CapCut, they have this thing, it's called long to short. And it works okay. There's some software out there that works better, but I will be honest with you, when you get what you pay for, right? So CapCut works okay, and it's free. So there's that. And then there's a few other options out there that I've looked at that the AI does really well, but you're looking at like $30 a month. So, right, if it's something you need and you're going to use often, there are other options out there. If you're just trying to make a social media post and it's not something you're going to use all the time, this will work. So let me show this video for you. We're going to get rid of this one. And this is the last bonus one I was hoping we would have time for. And let me push play. I'm going to want to show you is a long video to a short. So we're just going to click on this option right here. And what this does is it does an okay job. It's not one of my favorite features, but it does an okay job on turning your longer videos into short ones. So we're going to use the We Plan Wednesday video, and we're going to go ahead and upload that. And it's going to take it a minute, but we're going to let it do its thing. And I want 60 to 90-second videos. This way, if they come out good, I can share them in on Reels and things like that. So we're going to click that, and we're going to hit convert right here. And this could take a few minutes. And it does in fact take probably, I think, well, I'll be honest, I walked away when I was recording this. It took probably about 10 minutes or so. I went through and fast forwarded it for you guys. So I might even just I might have not gone fast enough. Like, here we go. Oh, okay, right there. So it takes its sweet time, but apparently when it's done, it's done. Come on now. There it is. See, it went from 79% to done in like seconds. Okay, now let's see. We've got these different options here, created into highlights, and it does do them in this vertical format. So there's something that I will show you after that may help you realign this a little bit better. I don't think it's going to work with this in particular video, so I'm just gonna go with it. But you can click on one of these and hit play, which will be out this afternoon. Inside of that, you'll see this, obviously this cover one that has a daily post prompt, but each prompt also has captions and graphic ideas and all sorts of amazing things to help you better leverage your social media, to fill in the holes so you're never seeing, or whatever questions you might have. That orientation is a really good time to get off your feet. With the membership, I mean. So there's that. Okay, so there's the last really okay job for the year. Starts October 18th. Remember, as a member, you guys get this for free. If you're an ambassador and you like sharing this stuff out, you do make a 10%. Not too bad. So then you can edit here. So let's say I like this. Share. I will just say edit. And yeah, so those are our reminders. Okay, so first of all, we are going to be doing our first in-person event. Yeah, and let's do this. We're going to hit edit. And it brings all of them in here, right? So we're going to do that. And it gives you a couple things. I already have captions on this video, so I'm not going to worry about that. But I'm going to try the layout button and see if maybe, no, that's not going to work for this video. So maybe for your video, it would work. Maybe it would not. But this one will allow you to play with the caption style and the layout right away. You can hit edit more, and it's going to bring it over into the full editing tools for you. Again, I shot this one using Zoom, so it is not going to fit in here perfectly. I could play with maybe adding some features here or something like that. I can move this around. Anyway, I can then take my long video and create it into short ones. If it was just my face, or maybe I was in Zoom and it was two people side by side, it might work a little bit better, but you get the point, right? So I could, because I don't really necessarily need me, I could make this bigger like that. And then maybe I would add words or something along the top here. But you see how it took that video and made it shorter for me. I might just come here and scroll over. And it may not need to be 90 seconds long. Let's see. Hold on, it's going to take it a second to load here. Come on. It is going to be amazing. So I think it's a little bit long just because I know what I said next. You do not, I get that. But it's still trying to mask. I move stuff around. So it's still trying to edit that. But I would play in here and add stuff. If I didn't already have captions, I would click on captions. There's a few things you could do in here. I've showed you some already. I'll show you a few more, but that is how you take a long video into a short video and then bring it over into the editor. Okay, so that concludes all of my demos. If you are a Plandippity doer, this video will be in our community, so you can go back and rewatch it. I am going to stop it now, but I will stay on for another about 7 minutes, answer questions, and maybe even go through some of the edits again. This video will be, again, if you're a Plandippity doer, it'll be available in the community. I was asked to do this again in October, so potentially there may be another option for you to take this again. So if that was helpful, awesome.